So, I'm probably going to do a few things to start off with this. The first thing is capitals. I'm going to make it this yellow. And I'm just going to show you where all the capitals are. Starting with this country. It's going to be there because that's where they started. Here. There. Here. Probably there. Then here. There. Probably right there. Oh yeah, the blue country got kicked out, so their new capital's there. That's all the country's capitals. I might do the other thing. Probably not. Which was, like, Discovery, where Addy's Pro, like, had a bunch of, like, fog or whatever, and that meant, like, undiscovered places they didn't know. I'm probably not going to do that. Anyways, we are going to continue where we left off. We left off on the Try War, where we saw the absolute destruction of the light blue team, or country. And the continent I was talking about last episode, our focus today is going to be all about Africa. Well, not all about Africa, because we will do something with this little guy, definitely, and a bunch of other stuff, but anyway. Alright, so the blue team got kicked out, and they were sent packing to Africa. Well, what else is there to do when you're a small country that literally just got kicked out of your own mainland? Will expand in the new mainland, which is exactly what they will do. Let me fix the capital here. I gotta fix all the capitals real quick. Okay. Anyways, they will continue to expand south and north. And meet up with the Magenta Alliance, or the Magentas. I'm just calling them that because they're all pink. They don't have an alliance, but they will make an alliance, and that's right now, so they all do make an alliance. So they meet up with the Magenta brothers. Sorry, I'm sick right now. Well, not necessarily sick, my nose is just stopped up. Anyways, yeah. And the blue team will leave a little bit of that, but continue to expand. And go a little more north to the light red team. The light red team will be like, I'll give you one more chance. And then make an alliance. And so the blue team, blue country, honestly it doesn't really matter. The blue team or blue country, whatever you want to call it, continues to thus expand. Now we'll go over here to this little island nation. They will continue to expand more into Italy. And do a little thingy, kind of like that, but stick to the coast. We will actually be getting a brand new country. Hold on, I gotta check the colors. Never mind. We're actually getting a brand new country. And that would be a brown country that started in Iberia. Portugal and Spain. They also sent out a small expedition in Africa, so they got a colony in Africa. So that's happened. And the light red team will continue to expand against the northern African coast and get into a bit of a border dispute with the brown team. The brown team will fix this discussion, and we'll ask. We just put that small bit, and that small bit will be given to them. the brown team will also begin to expand a little more north. Also, none of this is scripted. None of this. I haven't scripted anything. This is all just going out of the blue. Anyways, the Magenta brothers will actually eventually, join forces with each other. And will actually join to become one singular country. And become this color. So they all join together and become one country. And actually become one of the strongest countries and biggest. I would probably say the biggest country right now would definitely be the light red team. Because of how long they are. So yeah. I'm not going to cut any of this part out because, I'm talking about a bunch of other stuff while also doing this part. So yeah. Alright, and their capital will be waged somewhere right there in the middle. They will also actually, become friends with the red team. So yeah, become friends with the red team. Next, the blue team will continue to expand underneath the light red team. And become quite large. And also continue to expand here, pulling literally a Chile, only going for the coastlines. They don't. Really, their only coastline is, right here. They're not landlocked. So, yeah. And they will continue. And we will actually go up here to what would be modern day Turkey. And the green team will actually discover Cyprus and conquer it. But rebellion. It's rebellion time. And the rebels basically take this entire northern portion. About up to there. And now the green team is really small because that's all the land they had. And so most of the nearby countries will actually partition the green team. That being the red, the light red, and the blue. This green team will also start to expand a little more towards Turkey. Grabbing the south coastline. Alright, there we go. And they will eventually also, start to become isolationists. We'll start with the light red team. The light red team will grab this small little portion. The blue team will get near the capital, but won't take the capital. And you guessed it, the red will be taking the capital city and the rest of the country. Now, the red team definitely has some strange borders, because, look, they got stuff down here, and, they kind of go like that. So, yeah. The blue and the red team will actually the red team will make an expedition right here and start to go more north. The blue team will also follow up with the red team, blocking them off a little bit, but hey, they're buddies, so they know what they're doing. And do something a little bit like that into Iran. Alright, now it's time to give the brown team a capital. Right there. That's the capital. The brown team will actually expand more into what would be modern-day Portugal. And they stop their expeditions, what would be their mainland, and continue their African expeditions, going into Morocco and Western Sahara, and eventually stop and have yet another conflict with the light red team. Them and the light red team will actually have a small war, which will all be focused around here because what else is there to fight over? The brown team will make the first attack, going to about right there, making their push, and also expand a little more. The light red team will follow suit on expanding, but not take any land whatsoever. The brown team in these areas is actually a lot more dominant since they're more native to the area, to the heat of the Sahara. So they push back the light red team decently far, because it's not as hot as it is over here than it is over there, I think. I don't really know. And they eventually take all this, and they give up, and they surrender, and the peace treaty is made. So the peace treaty would probably look something like this. And their claims are now just up to Tunisia. And the brown team will start to enlarge their African expedition and become about this large. I'm nowhere near done with this episode. Oh, no. I just gotta check if I'm recording still. Okay, yeah. Anyways, sorry. I seriously don't want one of those incidents to happen again. So, yeah. Anyways. We'll go back to the blue team, actually, and they will continue to expand along with the red team and along the United Magenta Brothers. They will do a little of that. So, yeah. Cool. We'll actually have another country arriving, which will actually be over here in Turkey, which is the combined scouts of people from this green team, the dark blue team, and the red team. And they will actually be situated about right here. And even some of them are over here for some reason. So they gotta meet up. And so they avoid the mountains because, mountains are insanely hard to travel through. And they meet up with each other. And basically block literally all the countries down here from exploring a little more northwards toward where what I call the boot of Russia, or the leg of Russia. Basically just, the little area where Azerbaijan and all that is, and the Caucasus Mountain Range and all that. So, yeah. I don't even know what to call this color. This little brown colored team will continue to go to the north part of Turkey and actually fight. Will not have a war necessarily, but have a definite dispute with the green team, as they both want control of Turkey. So the green team expands a little more, and they eventually expand to here, blocking off the rest of that portion of them. And this team will get the rest there. And also take what would be like modern day Istanbul and stuff. So they're pretty long. They're decently long. And they will be getting their capital, which will be situated right here. Now we are going to look back. We're going to go to the red and the dark blue team. The red and the dark blue team will actually both have a somewhat of a rebellion in both countries and both of their colonies right here, or like little areas right there, which would be a color like this. Go right there, and even a little right there. That's where their capital's going to be. They fight the blue team a little bit over here and snatch all of the land over there and basically kick out the blue team. And, you know, the red team is the oldest country and is like, who do these guys think they are? So, they actually kick them out of this colony, and they will only get parts of what the blue team would be. And they take where they were going to put their capital and start burning down what was going to be constructed there. And they eventually stop and let them be. This team isn't very happy about this. They're actually very angry because they don't have what their capital was going to be. And the red team literally forces them to pay money. Because, I mean, hey, you want to destroy our country for literally no reason, our own citizens, so we're going to destroy you because you're a big fat meanie. And so they have to pay a bunch of stuff. And the blue team will actually be a little nice and give them the rest of this and actually help them out. The blue team actually hates what the red team is doing, as they want to be free. And so a war breaks out between the two. Blue is already damaged from the previous fight with the rebels. And so a war ensues. The blue team will take the capital of where some of the capital, not all of it, some of the capital of where the old green team used to be. The blue team will also expand a little bit. And the red team is not having none of that. So they just, like, literally wipe the floor with them. And take a lot. And a lot they did take. And they literally force the blue team to move their capital. And the blue team would actually be splitting. Now their new capital would be over here. Why do I mean that? Because the red, the green, and this team will actually be taking some stuff. This red team will be taking the stuff up to here. And then this blue team, this like sky blue team, will take a little bit more of this stuff. And the green team will thus take the rest. And also take some portions over here. Now the red team is completely cut off from the rest of the world from expanding there. They actually also... Hold on. They actually also make a deal with the Magenta brothers saying, hey, let's buy that piece of land from you. And they do say yes. So the red team will take the rest of what they wanted because those borders are actually kind of goofy. They will actually also make another land deal. This time with the light red team. And hey, it's a lot of money. Which is basically saying, hey, give us some small pieces of here and, we'll give you a bunch of money. And they do. They do accept. So the red team is now happy with their borders as they are large. Next, the magenta team is now forced in Africa. So they expand in Africa a little more. And also have a war with the blue team. Now this will be the last war of the video before I end it. They get some aid from the red team. And they actually do win, taking all of the stuff from here. And thus, there we have it. Alright, so this is going to be all for episode 3. Episode 3 was, definitely decently long. A lot of stuff happened. So, yeah. Alright, see you guys later. Bye. Blah.